Dude, I feel so good when I'm taking a shit. I would never. I love taking shits. That was my favorite part about COVID, was the shits. The puking and the fever sucked, but the shits.
Was it like you were just shitting constantly?
Yeah.
But like liquid diarrhea shits?
Yeah.
Oh,
but like
okay.
not like burning, not like I drink whiskey or something. Like
Right.
just regular shit.
You probably felt like you were losing weight, didn't you?
Huh? I mean,
Dude,
I
I
was
think
eating.
that all the time when I have diarrhea. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm probably getting so skinny. I'm like, I'm going to go eat more because this is going to go right through me. I don't give a fuck.
Well, that's what Samir Suri said, his former guest of this show. He said his move in India is to take probiotics for the first week he's there so that the street food doesn't make him sick. And then on the last day, and he eats. And the last day he doesn't take the probiotics and gets some street food sickness and shits everything he just ate for the last 7 days.
For the 18-hour plane ride.
I think that's called an eating disorder.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I didn't even know like how many different like kinds of eating disorders there were. Like I thought it was like either you don't eat or you throw it up, but no, turns out there's laxatives, there's like I think it was Frank Castillo, his wife is like a therapist and was working at a place that dealt with like people with eating disorders. Like they had to go there and stay there like an in-house thing, and people would sneak up to the roof to shit on the roof because they were abusing laxatives but didn't want them to know, so they would go shit on the roof.
Did you find out how were they monitoring their shits?
I have no idea.
Okay. I did the puking thing for a while because it was really easy for me.
You had bulimia?
Yeah, I was bulimic.
Shit.
Just when I was like dieting, but it was only because I used to fake sick so much in school that my dad eventually was like, I need to see the throw up in the toilet. And so I didn't want to go to school, so I would just make myself puke to like miss school.
Oh, so
I was like, I got this shit in the bag. So I would like be dieting, I'd be good for like a month, and I'd like fuck up. I'm like, well, let's just erase today, and occasionally make myself puke, and then I was like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah, it can paralyze your throat to where you can't swallow food anymore.
Oh, can it really?
Yeah.
Well, there's a solution.
That muscle's called peristalsis. You know that wave that pushes the food down your throat. That like when you're bulimic, it destroys that muscle.
Yeah, but it also like decays your teeth and makes your breath smell.
I brush my teeth and my tongue immediately after every time. I'm not,
I knew a drummer who had
Gross.
such stage fright he would puke before every show, and the back of his teeth were destroyed.
Oof.
I've never been able to make myself puke. Like there have been instances where like, like when you feel like shit and like you need to puke, like you're sick or you have food poisoning, and like that once you just throw up you'll feel better.
Yeah.
And like I've tried and I can't do it. Like
do you think you like don't
I get
go as hard, like if like when you're gonna punch a friend or something you hold back?
I can't keep it. Yeah, like I can't
you gotta.
The same as like I don't know, like you have to push through. The same as like your body like naturally doesn't want to jump off a cliff or whatever. My body naturally does not want to keep choking myself.
Yeah.
But
Taking steroids to jump off a cliff.
I do think if I want to throw up now, I can just drink a glass of Cabernet because apparently I am allergic.
Really?
Because I said on this podcast before, I think I became allergic to red wine. And I thought maybe it was the tannins or whatever. And I was like, yeah, because the last 2 times I drank it, I threw up after like a glass and a half.
Puking wine sucks.
It does suck. Well, it's kind of cool when it's red wine because you puke red and it just looks like you're in like the fucking Exorcist or something. But I would puke it up, and then my friend came over with red wine, and I was like, I think I'm allergic now. And she was like, oh, that happened to me with Cabernet specifically. And I was like, oh, I do. That's what I drink. And then so she poured me a glass of Pinot Noir, and I drank it, and I was fine. So I think maybe, I don't know, there's some kind of thing in Cabernet that makes me throw up. But yeah,
I think it's not that different.
if I ever want to puke red, that's the way to go.
You get to go from like so elegant too, like drinking red wine to puking blood.
Yeah. So one time I drank a lot of red wine. This was not a glass and a half. I drank a lot of red wine, and then I was fucking somebody. and I had to stop, hop off, and go and throw up, and I didn't make it, and I threw up all over his bathroom floor.
No.
It was red, and then he was like, "Oh my God, was it me?" And I was like, "No, I'm just drunk as fuck." And then he comes in, and he was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, it was red wine. It's fine."
What a what a sweet guy. Was it a one night stand?
No, it was
Okay.
a friend. It was a friend that
I would jump out of a window if I was sleeping with a girl that was so drunk she puked, just because I'd be scared about what mood you would wake up in.
It's happened to me.
This is your apartment now.
It's happened twice. It was that time, and then another time that was also a friend that I had slept with several times, and I had drank like a bunch of tequila. We had drank together, and then we had sex, and then I was throwing up, and he was holding back my hair, which was very nice, and then he goes, and I was like, "I'm so sorry," and he was like, "It's okay, I'm still gonna fuck you again after this." And I was like,
Right after or,
"Oh,
or
yeah,
tomorrow?
Yeah,
What
no,
a sweet man.
no, like for a second time that night.